Hello everyone, this is Gorax and we're gonna continue with Hero Spotlight in DragonHeir Silent Gods, and today we're gonna cover Theodemer, one of my favorite tanks when it comes to utility. He's also very good in PvP. He will destroy your enemy team and he can be built with damage, especially with crit rate. As this will trigger tremendous damage through his ultimate. So what makes him so strong? Basically, if you pair him with Thenja, his wife, he will become invincible, and this helps significantly speed up your progress early in the game, as you can cheat through Grave of Venom and other dungeons as well. On top of that, he's doing serious damage. You can use him in a goblin dungeon and he can clear the waves himself as well. His battle skill will strike enemy 3 times, deal damage, and also reduce their ultimate energy, which is quite handy early in the game where you want to reduce the boss's ultimate gouge, because it's very hard to get into 18-second reduction. If the target ultimate energy is reduced to 0, he will gain additional 25% ultimate energy, and this is what's making him so good in the Goblin Dungeon, as he will have a high upkeep on his ultimate skill. On top of that, First Strike has a 75% chance to inflict attack penalty for 5 seconds. With 10 seconds recharge time, this is quite good. Now this is what makes him so good. Now he gains defense up to and damage reduction for 10 seconds, and then deals 700% defense cold damage to all enemies, with a chance to taunt them, 100% chance. This comes so clutch in PvE content, story modes, where you want all these extra heroes on the battlefield to take and hit him. On top of that, this damage is just huge. The scaling on him is just tremendous. 700% defense, that's a lot. So how do we build him? Early on, I love using the defensive artifact that will also boost his damage, which is Drogo's Blast Jar. This will allow us to have a chance to create Energy Blast, dealing 200% defense to surrounding enemies and reduce their damage deal by 15%. This is very important. This can trigger every 2 seconds if we max it out. So 15% damage reduction on top of all the defensive stats, really helpful. But that's not the only way you can build him. You can build him with Rift Hourglass to boost his damage and basically reduce the cooldown on all of his abilities, while also maintaining this accuracy from this artifact, making it easier to trigger taunt or even apply attack penalty and ultimate energy. Okay, those artifacts work really well, and I've been using them constantly on him, and this is my favorite. Once again, it helps so much with clearing. How would you build him? I will build him with damage. Okay, I still love how he can deal damage, and we can utilize the defensive sets if we want to. We can go for sets such as Ancestral Protection. Right, we can go this way. If we don't build accuracy here, this will mean we will have a lot of defensive capabilities and we will be able to mitigate the team's damage if we build him like this. Okay, but that's not the only viable option. Obviously, if we're needing a lot of single target damage mitigation, then this set is much better, and we can basically build him offensively as well. By that I mean, if we get someone else applying Witch's Remain, we can build him with crit rate here if he can survive, right? If he can survive, building him with crit rate and defense will let you trigger huge damage, and this is why we'll go here for defense, and we will go for crit rate, something like that, right? So we want defense on both of these runes if you're not building him with accuracy, okay? Because you can build him with accuracy to benefit from this, as this is really good. He will have a high upkeep on the attack penalty, as well as reduce the energy, okay? So that works as well. Now, if you want to go totally bonkers and build him with damage for like goblins and stuff, you can go for Shade of Death set, which will grant him an extra crit rate, and we will build him with defense and again crit rate to boost this damage significantly. So you'll build something like this. And this will help, as this will grant him an extra 10% crit rate, okay? Once again, this will constantly trigger extra damage as well, plus reduce the enemy's damage, and this is why it is so good. But it's not all, right? Remember, we have this short cooldown here and attack penalty, so if you want to boost someone else's damage, you can build him with several set, because when he successfully inflicts a debuff, all allies gain that. But usually you have this set on someone who is applying witches remain, so this hero will have that, but this is still a choice to do so, right? But this way you will need to use some accuracy artifact, which will be something like Hourglass, to make sure you hit this accuracy cap and accuracy negative rune as well. And as I said, he's very versatile. He's used in PvP. You will see all the top teams use him as a tank there, because he is so good and he can take so much damage while also doing a lot of damage, okay, if you build him correctly. Let me know in the comment section if you've been using Theodemer and how you build him. Maybe you have a special build that I don't know about, and I would love to hear from you.